You can hear the siren blaring and people are hiding behind walls, running inside buildings. Others have run to the local school